Coming up, a major drug bust takes place at a local car wash.
And a local taxidermy goes up in flames early this morning.
We'll have these stories and more. Your News Valdosta starts now. Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Robin Carter.
And I'm Camille Pollitt. County deputies are continuing their efforts to stop the flow of illegal drugs in the area. Now, a Lowndes County man may be all washed up today after a drug bust at a local car wash. News Valdosta reporter Allison Thorpe has more on the story.
It seems like the wrong choices were made at the Right Choice Car Wash this past Tuesday. The Lowndes County Sheriff's Office have arrested 3 men on marijuana charges at a local car wash located on 303 BE Central Avenue. They received tips from various citizens and then conducted a search at the car wash. And there they discovered the business operator, Jacob Taiwan Mitchell, giving a package to 2 other men. The men then got in the car and were stopped by police, where they found 2 pounds of marijuana and $7,300 in cash. The men in the car were Ricardo Roland Burke of Montego Bay, Jamaica, and Stafford Anthony Beckford of Jacksonville, Florida. They were later charged with the possession of marijuana with the intent to distribute. Police also searched the car wash, where they found bags and scales, along with equipment for copying DVDs and CDs that were advertised for sale. The business operator, Mitchell, was charged with possession of marijuana with the intent to distribute, possession of marijuana within 1,000 feet of a park, and possession of tools in the commission of a crime. All 3 men were taken to Lowndes County Jail, and the Sheriff's Office encouraged any citizens with tips or information about this crime to please contact their office. For News Valdosta, I'm Allison Thorpe.
How safe is your drinking water? If you live in Valdosta, the city says it's very safe, but its testing has raised concerns. Valdosta water customers will receive a letter along with their October 2014 utilities bill explaining a violation of a drinking water standard. The city experienced what it calls a rare challenge in July when a water sample showed a maximum contaminant level violation for coliform bacteria. Coliform bacteria is an indicator bacteria used to determine if there could be a potential problem in the water distribution system. Additional information pertaining to this incident and about the city's water treatment process in general can be found at valdostacity.com. Citizens may also contact the city's water treatment plant superintendent Jason Barnes.
Valdosta Police Department responded to a report of an armed robbery that occurred yesterday afternoon. The robbery took place around 2 o'clock in the 2300 block of Chattooga Drive. Officers say they made contact with Kyle Oldhafen, who indicated that an African-American male pulled a handgun on him and stole his wallet along with 2 handguns. The detectives who responded to investigate are now looking at persons of interest in the case. No one was hurt during the incident.
In addition to early voting that began on Monday, mail voting has also taken place. If you are not able to physically cast your ballot for the current election, you can mail your choice of candidate from your home. The Lowndes County Board of Elections has the form for anyone who needs to get their mail voting ballot sent out. If you have any questions about how to do this process, feel free to call the central office of the Lowndes County Board of Elections.
Valdosta firefighters say that just before 4 o'clock this morning, the inside of a taxidermy business located at the intersection of Forest Street and Northside Drive caught fire. The owner, who lives across the street from his business, told investigators he awoke to find the structure going up in flames. He then called Valdosta firefighters, who now say the building is a total loss.
New regulations have been put in place following a Lowndes County Board of Education meeting Tuesday night. Parents and guardians are now required to send a declaration of intent to the Department of Education for homeschoolers. Parents must submit their letters within 30 days of the program's establishment. During the October board meeting, it was also decided to temporarily suspend the standardized testing requirements for grades 3, 5, and 8. Students will now be required to take a final exam at the end of each course that will account for 20% of their final grade. The only exceptions to this rule are if students meet the necessary exemption requirements.
When we come back, a teacher from Lowndes County is honored in Athens.
We'll have these stories right after these messages.
At VSU, we're fired up. We spark intellect on a cool campus in a hot college town. We fan the spirit with national championships and fuel your fun side. Valdosta State University, ignite!
That's low, that's low. That's low and below.
Look, he's blushing.
Seriously? Okay.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Alicia Gaston, an 8th grade social studies teacher at Lowndes Middle School, has been named Georgia Civic Educator of the Year by the Georgia Center for Civic Engagement. Gaston was recognized today at the Georgia Council for Social Studies annual conference in Athens. This award honors school educators who use experimental learning techniques to engage their students in social studies content, teach civic education for demographic participation in society, and actively encourage students to find and use their voice to affect change in their school and community.
Valdosta High School needs the help of the community to win $100,000 from State Farm. State Farm's Celebrate My Drive campaign aims to emphasize to students the importance of safe driving and gives schools the chance to win money and even a concert. Schools are divided into a large or small category. 50 from each category will win. The top 10 will win $100,000 and the other 45 high schools will win $25,000. Anyone of the community can vote for Valdosta High School by submitting their email address on the Celebrate My Drive website till next Friday.
The Valdosta Regional Airport is not worried about Ebola yet. Airport manager Jim Galloway sees no danger right now since the international airport up in Atlanta is one of 5 airports in the nation that conducts screenings of passengers arriving from 3 West African countries. As long as the epidemic stays under control, there will be no fever screenings at the Valdosta Regional Airport. However, the airport authorities will remain alert concerning the disease.
The Lowndes Environmental Health Program encourages residents to check restaurant ratings before dining in Valdosta. This can help residents avoid food poisoning and the stomach flu this season. Ariel Harrison has the story.
This time of year, we must make sure that we don't catch viruses such as the cold and the flu. However, we must also take precautions for our health in regards to what we eat. Twice a year, the Lowndes County Health Department performs restaurant inspections in Valdosta. If you're not careful, you may step into a restaurant that isn't up to the health requirements.
If we know they're failing an inspection, we do a training during a routine inspection, and then we'll set up a re-inspection within 10 days. We need to make sure we look for critical factors in the food service. Basically, what are they doing at that time that can cause a risk to the public health?
While some restaurants do get shut down,
every once in a while we'll have a place shut down.
County Manager Shannon Walker says these occasions are rare. Still, we must take precautions when eating out.
Check their inspection reports. A is considered excellence, B is satisfactory, and a C is they need some improvement. I have eaten at B establishments before, so that is not necessarily a no-go situation. Just watch them when you go there. Are they holding ready to eat foods with their bare hands? Are they not washing their hands? You're the best judge.
When choosing a restaurant, be sure to always trust your instincts. If you would like more information on restaurant inspections, please visit the Georgia Department of Public Health website. For News Valdosta, I'm Ariel Hairston.
The South Georgia Medical Center is offering a class designed to teach expectant parents how to care for their newborn with the Tender Loving Care and Infant CPR class. Instructions are given on topics such as umbilical cord care, circumcision care, and safety factors. Information is also provided for feeding, bathing, and diapering the newborn. How to perform CPR will be taught for children under 1 year of age. The class will be held next Monday evening from 6 to 8. To register, call the South Georgia Medical Center.
Saturday is the last day of the 2014 season to visit Farm Days. Farm Days gives the local farmers and business owners the opportunity to sell homemade goods and locally produced products to the citizens of Valdosta and surrounding counties that may not be able to reach on a daily basis, all while giving citizens the chance to buy fresh produce. This pop-up farmers market will take place on the sidewalks of the old Lowndes County Courthouse from 9 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon.
When we come back, we'll take a look at our local weather with Brittany Williams.
So stay with us.
When every moment matters and a hand reaches out, when someone gives blood and a life is saved, that moment when heartbreak turns to hope, you're there through the American Red Cross. Every day, the Red Cross responds to nearly 200 neighborhood emergencies, and your support makes it possible. Use this moment to join us today. Visit redcross.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Now let's take a look at the weather with Brittany Williams. Brittany, what do we have to look forward to in the forecast?
Thanks, guys. Today's weather seems to be cooling back down to normal fall temperatures. Today, we're looking at a high of 76 degrees with a 0% chance of rain. As well, the humidity level will be half and half today at 49%. Also, we will be having northwest winds moving 11 miles per hour. Tonight, we can expect pretty chilly weather, dropping down to a low of 52 degrees. Also, tonight, we will be looking towards the air getting a little stuffy with the humidity level rising to a high of 79%, as well as northwest winds going 5 miles per hour. So if you're planning to step out tonight, make sure you bring a light jacket to fight off those breezy winds. And of course, we couldn't stay in one season for too long. Tomorrow, we can look forward to the return of summer with bright sunny skies at a high of 81 degrees. There's still a 0% chance of rain, as well as northwest winds moving 5 miles per hour, and the humidity level will be at a high of 58%. This warm weather will be leading us into a great temperature for our weekend festivities. Although we are looking at cooler temperatures for today, today's UV index will be at a high of 7 on the 12-point scale. So if you're planning to be outside for a while, try to protect your skin with a light coat and make sure to put on an SPF of at least 30. Today's pollen forecast will be on the lower end of the scale for trees and weeds, but it will be at a high for grass. Overall, we can expect the pollen count to be at a low to medium of 3.2 on the 12-point scale. So today will be a great breathing day for Valdosta. That's it for my weather report, you guys. Back to you all at the desk.
Thanks, Brittany. When we come back, we'll have your sports report by Tevin Williams. Don't go away.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back.
Now let's check in with Tevin Williams for our local sports. Tevin?
Thank you, ladies, and happy Thursday. This weekend is packed with sports, and kicking it off, let's take a look at the Valdosta High School Wildcats. The powerful Wildcat football team has been dominating everyone that they have been faced with. The Wildcats are undefeated this season with a 7-0 record and plans to keep it up as they travel to Moultrie this Friday. The Wildcats will be facing the Colquitt County Packers tomorrow night and is looking for a win. With the Packers also undefeated for the season, we will see which team will actually win the game tomorrow night. Moving on to our other high school, the Lowndes County High School Vikings are facing the Lee County Trojans this Friday at 7:30. The Vikings have had a great season with only one loss against the Colquitt County Packers 2 weeks ago. The Lee County Trojans have only lost one game this season to the same opponent, Colquitt County. Since both teams have been defeated to the same foe, this game should be very interesting to see who wins. Our Vikings will travel to Leesburg this Friday to play at Trojan Field for the showdown against Lee County. Staying on football, our Valdosta State University Blazers played a great game against the Wolves last week with a 40-6 win. The Wolves were undefeated all season, but that did not intimidate the Blazers at all. The men of the football team made the Blazer Nation proud against beating the Wolves this past weekend. The Blazers are now traveling to Mississippi to play Mississippi College at 4 p.m. this Saturday. The Mississippi College Choctaws have not had the best season this far, since they have only won one game against the University of Faith. The Blazers are expected to win this weekend, and although the game is far, you may support the Blazers by watching the game online. And finally, the Valdosta State Lady Blazers volleyball team is traveling to Florida this weekend. They are facing the Eckerd College Tritons this Friday at 10 in the morning. The Lady Blazers have been having a phenomenal season this year with a 13-3 record and are bringing their A game against the Tritons this Friday. Send your support with them as they travel and root for a win this Friday for the volleyball team. With all these sports this weekend, you have plenty to watch, support, and root for Friday and Saturday. I hope everyone has a great weekend and travels safely if traveling to support our local Valdosta sports teams. Now back to you two at the news desk.
Thanks, Tevin. When we come back, we'll tell you about a scholarship opportunity for high school students.
And we'll hear about a local food and arts festival. That's coming up when we come back.
I got my MBA online at VSU. As a working mom who travels on business, I needed an MBA program that fit my schedule and allowed me to balance both my work and home life. VSU's Web MBA was perfect. I was able to spend time with my family in the evenings and then complete my assignments. My MBA is one of my greatest accomplishments. It was hard work, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. Don't wait. Start your MBA today.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Are you a high school student that needs money for college? The Veterans of Foreign Wars gives out over $2 million in college scholarships every year to students in the 9th through 12th grades. The program is called the Voice of Democracy Scholarship Contest. Students have to write a 3 to 5 minute audio essay on a patriotic theme. This year's theme is Why Veterans Are Important to Our Nation's History and Future. The top national prize is a $30,000 scholarship, and first place state winners win a trip to Washington, D.C. Visit the VFW's website for additional information.
The Brooks County Skillet Festival will be held this Saturday at the Brooks County Courthouse in Quitman, Georgia. The Food and Arts Festival highlights the area's abundant agriculture and fine Southern cuisine. The festival will host a market of local handcrafted goods from quilts to cane syrup, plus a 5K road race, culinary exhibitions, children's activities, a dog show, and an evening with local musicians.
The Berrien County Chamber of Commerce will host a walk through the cemetery on Tuesday at the City Cemetery at 7 p.m. During this historical walk, community leaders and the Berrien High Drama Department will introduce past and present community leaders. You can check out the Berrien Chamber's website for details.
The inaugural Friday at 8 Chamber Music series will celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Valdosta Symphony Orchestra this Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Turner Center for the Arts. The event is free and there will be a light refreshments served. For more information, contact the Turner Center website. That's it for our program today. Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Camille Pollitt.
And I'm Robin Carter. Join us again on Monday.